Hello, Internet. I'm very glad to see you. It is I, CADave, and we have returned to Boulder City 1995 for Insert Coin of Floodwater here on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. It sounds cool to call it the RPG Network. Yeah. I want to have, a big John Williams mission theme opening, like the Olympics. Like, right? Like, it'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, this is episode 12. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, you might want to go back and start from the beginning. Enjoy it now, and then go back and figure out what it all means. Or watch it in reverse, like Memento, and see if that comes together. Yeah, I would love to hear somebody actually do that. Does it seem like everybody's coming through audio wise? You guys too? Hold on. No, I think you guys were all muted. Ha ha ha, I monopolized it all. Talk again? No, keep talking. Uh-huh. Well, I'm working to solve this problem, Twitch. Trust me. I know nothing about what I'm doing. Well, that's very strange. Hmm. All right. Try again. No, for some reason I don't even get you guys showing up on my audio capture. Let's see.
Oh, wait a minute. Check, check, check.
I think you're coming through now.
Hello?
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 Yes. Okay.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Hello, hi.
All right. Finally, it decided to behave. So, one more time. This is episode 12. Go check out any past episodes you haven't missed at happyjacks.org/shows. I apologize for my computer being wonky, but by next time it'll be thrown away and replaced by a new one. So, haha.
That'll show it.
That's what happens.
That's when they betray
computers
me.
that don't do what you want them to do.
We'll remember that with Crash.
Right.
No.
Roll to behave. All right. So we should go around and talk about who else is here with me, since now people can hear who you are. So to my left is Jay.
Hey, hi, I'm Jay. I'm playing Colin this evening. Colin McKelvy, the painfully shy librarian of the bunch, using the Seeker playbook.
To my lower left is Jason.
Hello, I'm playing Jackson Clay, also known as Crash. He's using the Motorhead playbook. He's a PhD and definitely a real boy with real feelings.
Yeah.
And he's a robot boy with real feelings, which were just revealed and expressed recently.
That's true. I forgot about that.
And then to my lower right is Sam.
Hello, I'm Sam.
That was awesome.
Sometimes I magically appear out of a robot workshop. Speaking of which, I'm playing Cassie Abrams, our friendly neighborhood roboticist / probable supervillain in the future. Maybe not. We'll see what happens.
And then to my right.
Hey guys, I'm Mac. I'm playing Midge Johansen, who is the deputy sergeant of the town, using the Lone Wolf playbook and trying to wrangle her friends and not lose her job.
Well, so far, I feel like you're far from possibly losing your job.
Yeah, I think it's held together so far, but I don't trust it.
Yeah, it's one bad day, right?
Oh boy.
They bent the law like a little.
I mean, we totally covered up and manipulated a murder scene. So,
Yeah.
so there's
Choices.
that.
Was that?
Yeah.
Is it bad I don't remember which murder scene that was?
That was
I mean, there was more than one. So,
the robot body thief.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Well,
yeah.
he stole Crash's body. That's rude.
Yeah.
And technically, you don't know if you did the killing.
And we reported a bunch of other murders. So
Right.
one out of like all I'm saying.
As long as you report 3 murders for every one you commit, you're fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a free pass. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's the law.
Yeah.
Well, and Midge would know. So that's.
Oh, there we go.
I was thinking about at the campsite. I think didn't we have a dead body out at the campsite? Oh, and the golf course.
We reported that one. Okay.
Yeah, like all of those bodies ended up getting reported.
Oh, we didn't
eventually.
interfere with them at all.
No.
No,
I
I don't
mean-
think so.
Investigate.
Great. Yeah. No, we did not.
At
Everything's
worst, we
fine.
proceeded with evidence.
We increased our ratio of reporting deaths.
Let's see if we can go tonight without having any more deaths.
Let's see.
I don't know, but we'll see. But before we get into that, Nick will hopefully be joining us in a little while. So those of you watching, you may see another window appear and me frantically sliding name tags around. Don't freak out if that happens. But we should also discuss exactly what happened last time with Sam.
Hello. I have a book that tells me what happened last time because I won't remember. Let's see. Inside the loop, Crash got Midge's attention and stated his intention to go through the portal with a fire hose as a tether. She agreed to stay behind and he trudged forward, getting to the edge of it. Temperature alarms popped up in his heads-up display, but he pushed through. Midge saw him disappear into the darkness. Colin and Danny debated sticking around to wait for them, while Danny sent a calculator speak message to Cassie's pager. She deciphered the message and headed out to meet them with some Fladabots. Crash found himself going through a full boot-up process. The temperature warnings were off, but the suit is a little melty and damaged his skin. It's pitch black where he is, the hose is still attached, radio unresponsive. With a flashlight, he sees a sandy ground and some sparse sea plants. He collects one of them and finds a little lab detritus under the sand. He pushes off and heads back through the portal to find Midge on the other side, and they cheese it out of there. His vision has degraded a little with some dead pixels. They meet up with Colin and Danny as Cassie rode up on her bike. Everyone is filled in on the portal, and then we extricate Midge from her suit first, then Crash's suit carefully. His skin is bright pink and a little peely. He got cooked a bit. Back at the lab, Cassie opens the thermos, and the plant tendrils shoot out and grab onto the sides of the thermos. The weird tentacles came out of the roots, and Cassie puts it into a clear plexiglass container where it scrabbles around. The lab where the portal is seems like it's in the dead center of the loop. Cassie and Crash do some hacking to find schematics to the loop, and it takes a while, but they manage to dig it up. Meanwhile, Midge checks in with animal control doofus, but doesn't get an answer. Marge at the station tells her that the old Sheriff Brody's friends came in to ask about hazmat prep. They seem pretty worried. Marge patches her through to the new sheriff, Otiendo, who is a bit stressed. Midge offered her assistance, and the sheriff told her that residual radiation was found around the officer's car that got lasered. Midge says she can swing by for a Geiger counter. Colin checks in with his mom. She answers and was baking coffee cake. She's having guests later, apparently. Some friends that she played cards with, ? She was scared by the crabs and doesn't want to be alone. Danny gets a page that says, "Where are you, bro?" from his house. He calls, and his sister Lisa picks up. She wants to see him while she's visiting. And apparently she is here for an alumni campout with the school. He decides to go catch up with her while the crew are hacking the planet. Midge drives him home-ish. On the internet, Cassie and Crash gain access to the Dart server stealthily and install a backdoor for future use. Cassie is able to locate some schematics for where the particle accelerator has access points throughout town. Radial tunnels connect out from the towers, and records show the biggest power draw is the accelerator itself. The dam is offline, but they also installed 4 small nuclear reactors, like aircraft carrier size, and their locations. Crash and Cassie talk about investigating the loop together. She doesn't want him to go into danger without her. Crash admits to having feelings for her, and she screensavers for a second, then kisses him. Colin checks in at home to find Mom has some guests, including a young reverend. They're chatting and having a coffee cake when Colin comes in. She introduces him to Reverend Esteban Morrigan. What a great name. Richardine Lene and Lavinia Turho. Fascinating names. The Reverend just moved to town this year, and her 2 friends recommended him. She's going to help with a church fundraiser. Colin thinks it's kind of weird and goes upstairs to hang out while they play cards. Suddenly, there's a blue light coming in the windows. He looks out and sees a salad plate-sized ring of light with flat black center. He picks up the phone and calls Cassie, who lets the machine pick it up, until he mentions, "Portal in the yard!" Cassie picks up and they gear up to go investigate hastily. In the car ride to drop him off, Midge tells Danny that he did good today, and it was good to see him more sober. He gives her his flask to hold on to, saying it's for the best. She wants better for him, and he apologizes for back in the day with the prom gig and fesses up to not being that successful in LA. She tells him he doesn't give himself enough credit now and that his friends really care about him. She gets through, and he feels better before she drops him off at home. Danny tries to sneak in his window like he used to as a kid, but it's pretty loud, and his sister looks out her window like, what the fuck? He tries to play it off awkwardly, gets changed, and meets her downstairs to go get some food. The new principal invited her as a celebrity alumnus for the outdoor club. They go to the diner to catch up. She drives, and apparently the campout is this weekend. Midge gets a call from Colin also. Then a panicked Maddie calls the lab saying the answering machine is making weird noises. Cassie tells her to grab an oven mitt, put it in a bag, and meet them at Colin's.
All right. So
This is all going according to plan.
Just trying to get everybody lined up in my head. I believe that Cassie and Crash and not Midge, but Cassie and Crash were at the lab.
Mm-hmm.
Colin had gone home.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was home with his sister. And Midge, you had gone to the station?
Yeah, to pick up a Geiger counter.
Right. So, I guess let's pick up with Cassie and Crash then. That seems like a good place to jump back in. Like,
Yeah.
it, unless Midge, if you wanted to like play out anything else at the station, other than just picking up a Geiger counter. Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, Cassie and Crash, you're at the lab. You've gotten the call. There's a strange alien plant that's slowly trying to beat its way out of a sealed plexiglass box.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we were we were like on the way out when Maddie called,
Yeah.
if I remember
Right.
correctly. Like,
Because Colin had called you guys
yeah.
about the dinner plate sized
That's right.
circle.
Yep.
So I think Crash, you had gone out to like start the car, and that's why Cassie picked up the call from Maddie.
Yeah. So I think I don't know about that call.
Yeah. So when Cassie gets in the car, she'll tell you. So your sister just called, and the answering machine was making some weird noises. I told her to bring it to Colin so we can take a look at it.
Okay. Was it like when we had that recording that we were trying to break down?
Yes.
Okay.
She
That's
sounded a little scared, so I figured coming to be with us would be a good plan.
okay. But what if it's dangerous at Colin's house?
Well, what if it's dangerous at your house?
True, and she'll be with us, and that's safer. Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. Protect her that way.
Cool. All right. Just now in the lab that was okay.
If by okay you mean awesome, then yes.
Yeah, okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't overstep. I think you kissed me actually, so that's
Yeah, accurate.
yeah. I correctly read the signals in that situation, so that's good.
I thought that was a pretty clear signal.
Yeah, okay. I interpreted it that way, and I'm glad. So
Okay. Yes. Also, same. We should probably go.
yeah, I'm already like on the road, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys in the car heading towards Colin's house. Both of
Mhm.
you can make a mind empathize roll for me.
Okay. Mind empathize.
So just a mind roll. That's what you're saying.
Maybe?
Oh well. I have a little empathize.
Oops, all fours.
Oh no.
It's like the number of the beast, but 2/3 worse.
It's just 2/3 trying as hard.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes.
Oh, okay. The first thing you're gonna get is that you notice, like, because Crash is driving, so he's actually concentrating on trying to get over there quickly. But Cassie, you're sitting there in the passenger seat, and out the windshield, like, sort of up in the sky a little ways,
Uh-huh.
you notice that there's another one of these small blue circles with a pitch black donut hole. And then half a block later, you see another one that's like basically like cut through a stop sign. So like the sign has fallen over into the street, but it's just there. And like every once in a while, you see probably like the distance to Colin's house, you probably see 5 or 6 more of them. Just randomly strewn about.
So I'm gonna try and take note of their locations.
Oh, sure.
Like, she has a notebook that she carries around all the time, so I'm gonna jot down their locations and like the time that I saw them for research purposes. But also probably gonna so Crash, I don't wanna alarm you. Keep driving.
Okay. I'm a little bit
That's the best
alarmed.
way not to alarm someone.
What's happening?
But it appears that the small portal at Colin's house isn't the only one.
I'm looking around outside the window.
I'm noting their locations. You drive. I'll note their locations.
Is it safe for Maddie to be biking over here? Maybe we should go pick her up.
Well, I mean, if she sees a blue orb in the sky, she's gonna avoid it. Your sister has a lot of sense.
And is also curious.
Well, yeah, I guess we could take a detour. What route? Do you know what route she would take to get to Colin's house?
No, I'd have to guess. There's a couple ways to go. We might lose more time trying to look for her.
You could do a mind calculate if you want
Okay.
to see how successful you are at mentally plotting a route.
Yeah, I'm good at that. But just finding it on my sheet is what I'm not good at. Okay, I have a 6, 1 6.
Well, you're fairly certain that you know the most likely route to get to Colin's house from your house.
Okay.
So, unless she decides to take some weird detour or like bike some not public roadway or something,
Okay.
you've got.
So I'm gonna detour and try to find the spot where we would, intersect with her path. We'd probably get there before and just try to, look for her bike lights or whatever, and try to split the difference.
Okay. So you make the turns, you get over there, like not quite where you expected, but like she's half a block farther than you expected. So when you get to the intersection where you're like, you're looking back towards your house thinking like, oh
Right.
yeah, we clearly beat her here. You then look to the other side and there she is, like,
Oh, she's fast.
she is like doing that like up on the bike pedals pump,
Yeah.
like the I'm standing up and running but on a bicycle
Yeah.
kind of move, and like strapped to the back of the seat with like a couple of bungee cords is her backpack.
Okay.
That you can see, because she doesn't want to have it on her back.
So yeah, I'll just pull up alongside her and say, Maddie, just get in the car. Let's go.
She like stops and like jumps off her bike. She like gingerly takes the backpack off, puts it in the back of the Jeep, picks up her bike, chucks it in the back of the Jeep, and like as soon as she gets the backpack in the back of the Jeep, you hear it and it's like making electronic screaming death noises.
Can you hand that up to Cassie, please?
And she kind of picks up her backpack and like holds it out at maximum arm length.
Well, that is very.
Like Perseus with Medusa's head, like.
Yeah. Cool. While we're driving on the way over, I'm gonna take a look at that thing and see if I can, I don't know, figure literally anything out about it.
Okay. Like, just at first glance, looking at it, like the tape is spinning, and it's spinning way faster than a normal. Because like answering machines, they try and save tape so they don't go very fast. That's why the audio quality is usually garbage on those old answering machines. But like it's going all the way one direction, and then it's like hitting the end of the tape, and it's going all the way back the other direction, and hitting like. It's almost like it's fast forward and rewinding speed back and forth. And like the speaker's just making sort of these screeching, croaky noises.
Yikes. Okay. Well, that's weird because it's not plugged into anything.
Nope, it is not.
Yeah, what is powering that?
It's a real good question. Can I do a tech investigate or something?
Well, let's see.
And I also assume this is as we're zooming down the street.
Yes, yeah, you are absolutely going along.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and, well, actually, you could do a tech calculate, because calculate is kind of the investigate of the tech world.
Great. Okay. That I can do. I got 2 successes.
Okay, so let's see. Your first success gives you 2 questions. And then your second success gives you an additional question, and you get a +1 on a future roll to deal with this device.
Ah, okay, cool. Okay. First question.
Mm-hmm.
The sound that it's making, is that a mechanical noise, or is it trying to communicate something, like when the answering machine had like screechy words in it?
It sounds a lot like the screechy words,
Mm-hmm.
like before you processed it a lot. It also seems to be like much louder.
Okay.
Like before it was kind of that like you had to do the like pause the audio and enhance kind of thing, right? Like you had to do a lot of post processing to bring it up to the point where it even sounded like speech.
Yeah.
This is like very much an order of magnitude louder, the noises it's making.
Okay.
Does it sound like it's being played too fast to understand? Is it that kind of screechy, or it's more like distorted and strange?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure if that was, does that count as my second question?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, if you want me to answer it, I could give you the like off the cuff response. That won't count as a question, or I could give you an actual answer that will count as a question.
Yeah, let's go with that, because that was going to be my next question.
Okay. It sounds very much like multiple signals.
Ah, okay.
Layered on top.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That makes more sense. Yes. Okay, and then I get a third question for my extra success?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Can I hold my third question
Sure.
now? Okay. So the only other ones I can think of are like, what's powering this? But I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that.
Gotcha. But yeah, you can totally hold on to it for now. That's fine. But it's your job to remember, because I will totally forget in 5 minutes that there's a question
I have
hanging.
one more question. Okay.
Do you verbalize any of your discoveries, or are you in your head?
She's probably like muttering to herself, so you might overhear her frustratedly like, it's gotta be multiple signals. How can I? They're all jumbled together.
Like multiple frequencies?
Yes.
I wonder if I could try to adjust my input so I can hear one particular frequency at a time.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah, that shouldn't be hard. I've got all this new like access. I'm gonna figure this out as I'm driving as well.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to do that while you're driving?
It's fine. I could see through it. It's like see through. Yeah. Oh. I'm good.
Okay.
So roll a tech tinker.
Okay.
Then, Jason.
I can't apply my toolbox to this.
No.
Okay, that's 7 dice. This is one of my best rolls. Oh, I didn't actually click it. Okay, there we go. And two successes.
Well, okay. So with your first success, you managed to gain access to your audio processor. And you can now tune it like a radio in a car, right?
Yeah, okay.
But with your second success, you can make one of the following choices. You can pass a bonus die roll on to somebody else to deal with the situation. You can not have to roll to overcome this kind of trouble again. You can do it quickly. You can do it quietly. You get new or unexpected information, your favorite. Or you
I won't
show
do that
off.
to you. I mean, I assume hearing the recording is sort of its own new information. So
Right, but if you picked that one, I would give you something extra.
no, I know, but I won't do that to you. We have inundated you with new and unexpected discoveries. But so if I don't pick overcome this obstacle, then
you would have to roll in the future if you want to change your audio settings.
to adjust frequencies and audio receptor. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one. I like gaining all this like permanent control over my sort of peripherals.
Becoming a robot superhero.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Or
okay.
Villain hench as required.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Minion.
Yeah.
So here is
General of the Robot Army.
Yes.
Leader of the Platydrones. As they flop down the street horrifyingly.
Blah, 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 blah.
Beautiful.
All right. So you slowly like tune up and down the frequency range, and you're able to get basically it sounds like almost like the same message being sent a bunch of times, and basically it's like SOS, right? Mm-hmm. It's essentially assistance needed. I don't know if you are getting this message. We finally managed to control some of the portals, but I don't know if we're able to get any kind of a message through. And then eventually, like it goes into window closing. We'll try again the next chance we get.
Okay. So I'm mouthing all that out loud. Like as I'm listening to it and driving, I'm like repeating that out loud as we're going. I'm like, that sounds like, and then everything Dave just said, Sam.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead and roll a body move, Jason.
Oh, okay. I'm not as good at that anymore. It's not bad actually. I forgot I upped it with my last dice or XP. One success.
Okay. So you're hustling down the street and you're parroting out this message as all this is going on, and just a few yards in front of the car, like the end of a street lamp, right? Like one of those that's like it's from the side of the street, the pole, and then it arcs out over the street.
Yes.
The end with the bulb comes crashing down in front of the car.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And you manage to swerve to avoid it, but glancing up, you see that there's one of these circles that essentially appeared and cut through the metal pole.
Okay. Cassie, did you mark that one?
Yeah. That was a not good one.
Yeah. Okay. So they're bisecting physical matter.
That's not good.
Although I didn't hear it, we were present for the formation of one. I didn't note. Actually, I think there's also a little bit of lag as like Crash realizes he can't hear you and is like, oh, wait, and turns the mental dials to like, oh, right, okay, sorry, I can hear you now. What was there a sonic boom? I was listening to the wrong register.
Oh yeah, did I hear anything? Or we saw that there was a portal there, or?
Well, are you guys driving with the windows down? It wasn't loud like a sonic boom, but it probably made some noise as it appeared.
I think windows would be down. Because I'm really trying to have best like I'm my head's on a swivel. I'm trying to watch
Sure.
out for hazards and
You might have heard like almost like the hum of like a high tension power line kind of noise when it sort of appeared. Like, think about these as kind of like the portals from Doctor Strange.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But a little less fireworky. Right? And blue. So like it's these dinner plate sized things that open up and they kind of make a hum as they appear. And so you probably heard like a kind of a hum and then all of a sudden crashing street lamp hunk.
Whew. Well, yeah, there was a little bit of like a hum noise and then boom. So I guess we need to tell everyone to keep an ear out for that noise, because if it happens near you, watch out.
Yeah. So it means that there can't be too much of a pressure differential, because it would create thrust or suction one way or the other.
Yeah, well, and importantly, there's no water coming out of these, so I don't think these go to where you described.
Or they go to in the air over that, and they're spewing.
The ocean.
They might be spewing radiation into the town.
Oh no, we're gonna need a Geiger counter.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
My time has come.
Yes. Well, you guys are safely pulling up at Colin's house, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Midge, you're driving along in your cruiser. I think you're in your cruiser, right?
Yep.
All right. You're driving along, and you've got this, like, it's real 1950s, like, Fallout tech Geiger counter, right? Like, it's very much that, like, we're all Americans, and we should be prepared for nukes from the sky at any moment kind of feel to it. It's big, it's bright yellow, it's chunky, it's got, like, hardcore rubber-covered ka-chunk switches on it to turn it on and off. But just sitting on the seat next to you, you're driving along, and it starts like an uptick, right?
Okay.
Not into like the danger zone, but like, there's like the basic background radiation level, and then there's like this is the amount of radiation if you go on a jetliner because you're not covered by as much atmosphere. Like, so it moves steadily up into that, like, oh, hey, if you hang out here for like 2 years, maybe not so good for you.
Well, that sucks, because that's what I've decided to do with the rest of this game. I'm going to sit there for 2 years.
Right, I'm sorry. I've taken away your agency to park the car and wait. Yeah, so it starts kind of, and then it like goes up a little bit and comes back down a little bit and goes up a little bit. You can make a mind empathize.
Mind empathize. Let's see. Right. Dice, don't fail me now. Few successes.
Oh, all right. Your first success, you begin to notice that this Geiger counter goes up when you drive past these weird dinner plate-sized holes in the universe that are appearing around town.
I wonder if the two things are related.
Yeah. With your second success, you can you get one question on the topic. Like something related to radiation or to weird portals or WTF, you know.
I didn't have a conversation at the station, and I should have, because I probably would have asked about where the levels were for the police car that was outside of Vegas. And I'm wondering if this is the same sort of levels of radiation.
Well, you know enough to know that, like, the Geiger counter that you're carrying in your car isn't going into the danger zone.
Sure.
And the implication was that around that car, it was probably in the danger zone. Yes.
No,
Yes.
I'm losing it too. Danger zone.
Danger.
Lana.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to ask.
Okay. I mean, you can hang on to it.
Yeah.
As you go, that's fine. Where are you headed?
Oh, I'm headed to Colin's because
Okay.
he called me.
Okay. Cool. I didn't remember. So, you... let me... Oh, okay. You totally get to Colin's right about the same time that Cassie and Crash and Maddie arrive.
Okay.
And Colin, where are you? Are you like staying in the house? Did you come out front?
I think I'm still in the back. My mom and her friends are still inside, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless you told them to, like, get out, run. They're probably still in there playing cards and eating coffee cake.
I don't think I'd do that because I haven't seen these things before. I know that they're not good, but I don't know what they're going to do. And I don't think I'd make a scene. So yeah, I think I'd just wait in the back and not say anything to anyone. Sitting like
Okay.
on the back steps.
Just sitting there watching this thing.
Just watch it just to see if it does anything.
Perfect. So you guys get there, and you can see the light of one of these things, like, reflecting off the white wall of the neighbor's house, right?
Mhm.
And Colin said it was in the back, so...
Yeah. Midge, are you okay?
Yeah, I was getting all kinds of crazy readings on the way over here.
Oh, you have a Geiger counter.
Yeah, I picked one up from the station.
Oh, good. We're going to need that.
I was
Was
afraid
there-
you were going to say that.
Are you noticing strange readings near the blue circles?
Yeah, it seems like it's going up and down and up and down.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go find Colin. He's probably in the back. And I guess Maddie's coming too, out of character. This is like a...
I mean, are you going to tell her to stay in the car? And, like, you're still holding this screeching...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think so. Cassie, were you able to, like, write down what I was
Oh, yes.
relaying?
Yeah. SOS. Finally able to control some of the portals. We'll try again. Windows closing. That
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yes.
Okay, great. And I'm just going to yank the tape out of there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's so loud.
It is very loud, but I wanted to see if it did anything when we got it near the portal.
Oh, whoops.
Well,
So, like, pulling the tape out while it was, like, speeding means that now you have the bird's nest of magnetic tape that has ejected itself from the cassette. So it's repairable, but it needs
Yeah.
a pencil and a lot of time.
Yeah, I hand it to Maddie. I say, okay, Maddie, here's a pencil from the TV. You got to wind this back up. I don't know how it got like this, but we have to fix it.
She seriously just dead eye looks you,
I know.
and she's like, "I know how it got like this. You just don't want me to follow you You want me to stay with the car?
It's gonna be dangerous.
Well, hello. Like we almost got smashed to death by a lamppost, and we have a answering machine that screams at us. Like things are getting weird.
Well, okay. Can you wind that up and walk with us?
I guess.
Okay, good. You focus on that.
Okay. So she's like walking behind you and like slowly spinning tape. You guys get around the back of the house, and there's Colin sitting on the porch steps, on the back porch steps, and watching one of these portals that's over by this lemon tree. Lemon tree? I think it was lemon tree, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is the lemon tree between us and the portal?
No. The portal is sort of in front of the lemon tree from where you're sitting.
Oh.
Does it feel warm near the area? Because it was warm, like it was superheated.
How
down in
close
the
to it do
valley.
you want to get?
Just enough to like feel if there's any heat, like just to gently put a hand out.
Oh, I don't have a clear idea of how far this is from the back of the house.
Like it's in the neighbor's backyard.
So like 50 feet?
I mean, it's less than 50 feet,
Okay,
but
that's fine. But not like
more than
10
like
feet.
20
Yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
37 feet.
It's a standard move action to get to it.
Got it.
Midge, you have to get pretty close to it before it starts feeling hot.
Okay.
But when you do get within, like the last 5 feet of the thing, like it feels like the air is warmer. I will give you guys for free. Air conducts heat not nearly as well as water.
Mm-hmm.
So in water, this thing would probably superheat the water, and it would create more flow than air, because water's more dense. So
Yeah.
So air itself is an insulator.
And
Well,
you
it's
said this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say that I called back to you guys. Well, it's definitely warm.
Okay. What's the Geiger counter say?
That's a good question.
Well, right up at like 5 feet from it, it's not into the like, oh, you're screwed. You better just say goodbye to your loved ones through a piece of
danger
glass.
Lana.
But it's absolutely in the like, you are being exposed to radiation zone. Like
That's exciting.
like
So I'm gonna relay
in
that
the
back.
neighborhood of like an X-ray,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
So like, it's not gonna kill you, but I wouldn't hang out by it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's tolerable for brief periods.
And you said the thing was like dinner plate size, just a
Yeah, it's
ring.
10-ish inches.
Yeah,
across.
okay. Colin, you got anything I could throw through there?
I just sort of look around, and we got an old croquet set.
No, okay. You don't need the whole set?
No. They're just sort of scattered around. There are the little hoops, and I guess I'll dig around and find the mallet, and maybe a ball or two,
Okay.
and sort of hand them to you.
All right. So, Dave, I'm going to take one of those croquet balls
Mm-hmm.
and wait for Midge to get out of the way.
Thank you.
As she's like coming back and talking to us, I'm like creating a little bit of an angle. I'm like, okay, is everyone paying attention? I just want to see what happens.
All right. Why don't you make a body force?
All right. That's the same number.
I mean, you could make an argument for move if that's better.
I think it's the same number of dice. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 6.
All right. You wind up and you pitch this croquet ball through the circle like a frisbee golf champion.
Mm.
You just right
Still
in
got
there.
it.
You're good. And it just
It
doesn't
just
fall.
vanishes.
Yeah.
Doesn't come out the other
Because
side.
croquet ball, like the croquet balls are made out of wood, right?
I think so, right? It's
Yeah,
like
they're pretty hefty.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a heavy. I think it might have a metal core or something. Like they're pretty heavy.
Right. But like in general, I thought they were wood out on the outside.
I thought so.
Okay, we're going with that. It's wood on the outside. It goes and does not fall on the other side of the circle.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Where did it go?
Maybe we should throw something through that has we can retract in some way. Can we like? Do you have any rope, Colin?
Let me look. Is this
What about that garden hose? Do you need that?
maybe? Is this safe?
No.
Yeah, we can buy you a new garden hose, provided the world doesn't end.
Should
Yeah,
I?
do you have any of the you didn't happen to just bring one of the platybots with you, did you?
I think they were in a hurry, probably, so I don't think she did.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
were
Midge would
distracted
actually
for
ask
some
about
reason.
that, just as
They're
a
also
thought.
aquatic, so
Yeah, I still figure you could. There's a camera on it.
yeah.
That would be Midge's thought process.
I could dunk one through there. How high up is it, Dick?
Like 5 feet, right?
Cassie.
Like if
could
you
dunk
were
one in
uncautious and you were walking towards it, you might remove your own head.
there. Mm. Okay.
I mean, yeah, grab the garden hose. Should I get my mom out of here?
does it seem to be expanding in any way?
No, and the whole time, Colin, you've watched this thing, it's not getting bigger.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw a couple new ones form.
There's a helpful like hum that happens before that. So if you hear that move,
Yeah.
All right. Here's the garden hose.
You just walk around town going, and watching people go, ah!
So, Dave, I want to while we're sort of getting the the garden hose and all that, I want to cycle through the hearing frequencies and see if I can hear anything coming out of the portal.
That's a real good question.
interesting.
You know, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just do either a mind investigate or a tech calculate? One of the two rolls.
Oh, it's going to be tech calculate, Dan.
Cool.
Throw. 2 successes.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't hear any kind of like speech or words or anything, and like the hum of the thing when you isolate its frequency, like it's just kind of like in a range that is just in the EM band, right?
Yeah, just
like,
regular electromagnetics. Yeah.
Yeah. But you do sense that there is like some level of some level of like air is moving between.
Okay.
Like you can tell that sometimes there's a breeze that comes out of it. Sometimes, you know, the breeze on your side pushes through it.
Oh, but it goes either way.
Seems like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like air is moving in and out of it. Oh, Dave, is it moving regularly, like a
No.
breath?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it's like an open window.
Yeah, perfect. Mm-hmm.
That's really strange. I'm assuming when we put the first part of this garden hose through, it's gonna fall and get cut off at the edge. But I need to test that first before trying something else.
Correct.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna just poke the first, few inches
Couple
of the
of-
garden hose and
Oh yeah. If you let it drop, it absolutely you get back the now cut off end that no longer has the place to attach another hose or a sprayer or anything. It is now the traditionally cut off garden hose that children must drink from.
yes. Okay, so we could probably, rig something up at the tree. I don't know what we're gonna do poking this through though. Like what are we gonna do with it?
Well, ideally, we want to trying to remember if those grabby arm extendo things existed in the 90s, because that's what I really want, is to just
Well, they probably existed. I don't know if you have one.
I feel like Colin's mom is the sort of lady that might have one for reaching stuff on the top shelf when she's trying to watch Jeopardy and is like, I need that.
Let me
Colin.
let me see here.
If
Also,
not,
Colin-
maybe we could tie off the end of a rake or something.
Yeah.
Nail it in there and pull.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Okay,
If I roll some percentage die here, Dave.
Yeah. Go.
But what are we gonna poke through there?
She does.
She does?
She does.
Hey,
Excellent.
there's a Nick.
Hey.
Hey, yay! Yay!
Hello.
And so begins the moving of the name tags.
Nick, I'm very glad you're here because we're all handling the situation like adults, but this is everything's fine.
It's all well,
Yeah,
thank you for you.
that sounds normal.
Everything's normal here.
Yeah. So I think Cassie's plan is if we have one of those grabby things, is to try and poke it through and see if we can grab something to see what's on the other side, or put something of ours into there.
Maybe Colin, do you have a camcorder?
That's a tougher call.
I was really hoping you were a hoarder.
I believe we established that you did have a camcorder before.
Did we?
Yeah. We had one at one point.
Did we?
Sure.
On the boat trip?
Oh, I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah, because you were Roberto Dangerous or something, like whatever you're.
I remember hearing about that. I wasn't here for that episode, but yes.
Yeah, I'm Roberto is my favorite catchphrase
Right.
from this show.
Yes, we do have a camcorder somewhere.
All right. Then
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I've
Yeah.
got a camcorder.
All right. Camcorder, a stick, and some duct tape.
Yeah, you can
Let's
start working on that now. Crash, as you got closer to this thing and stuck the hose through, you notice that you've now lost 3 or 4 more pixels.
Yeah, okay.
But when you're more than 5 feet away, you seem to be all right.
Okay. So Cassie, I'm registering digital interference within short range.
Oh, yeah, don't go near the thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should. So I think we need something long enough, like more than 5 feet long, to poke through there.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we
Well-
could balance it on a tree branch, that lemon tree.
Maybe.
So-
I don't know.
Who is the closest to the thing right now?
Well, probably me, because I was standing over there with the hose.
Okay. Are you facing towards it or are you facing away from it?
Oh, no, I turned back to talk to everybody. So my back is to the portal.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
And,
So roll 1d6 for me.
yeah, all right. Oh, I think I probably could have just picked a die up on my desk faster than. I'm number 1.
All right. So you are standing there and you're like talking to Cassie about like we need to get a branch, and you're like we could duct tape this thing, and like that whole discussion is happening, and you get whacked in the back of the head by a croquet ball. Like just hits you smack in the back of the head. It doesn't knock you out or anything, but like
Yeah, I mean my head's metal, so
yeah, it dang, and yeah.
okay.
But looking down at it, it's got like a piece of paper that's kind of wrapped around it.
Okay, yeah, I unwrap the paper really quick, and I go over so we can look in the porch light.
The portal closes.
Oh,
Oh.
And the
Okay.
Geiger counter drops all the way down to normal. But unwrapping the Geiger counter ball, not the Geiger, the croquet ball.
hmm
Yeah, let's make croquet balls that also detect radiation. That's a good idea.
yeah.
Keep your garden safe, America. So,
I think that's a Vault Tech product from
Yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah.
So you unwrap it, and it's like it's a piece of it looks like those big account books like that printed out on the paper that had the holes down the side.
Oh, yeah, the ledger book.
Yeah, like it looks like a piece of that kind of paper.
hmm
And on one side is like a bunch of like printouts of like some report that you don't have any idea what it's talking about. But on the other side is a list of like 15 names that are written on the piece of paper. And you go down the list of names, and both of your parents are on it.
Okay, is everyone seeing this?
Yeah, that's your parents' names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do we recognize any of the other names on the list?
You can roll a heart contact.
Okay.
How familiar were you with people that worked at the Loop last year?
Oh, last year we were away.
We were away, but Cassie was pretty close to her dad, so
And Crash was close with his parents.
yeah.
Necessarily so.
Dice says no.
Okay. So you don't recognize any of the other
No,
names.
that's just heart.
Yeah, same for me.
1, 3, 4. No.
Okay. So no, you don't recognize any of these other names.
Okay, but if it's both your parents, then I mean, these are probably other Loop people.
Yeah, they're probably recent folks who got trapped on the other side somehow. Maybe they went through in a vehicle. I don't understand.
Yeah. So there's people on the other side of the portal, which means we're gonna have to try and get them out. We can't shut down the portals until we do that.
This is, I mean, if they were trying to go through on purpose, then, but if they didn't, it flooded, and humans wouldn't be able to survive 5 minutes without some kind of protection.
No, they must not have gone through the portal that you went through in the Loop.
What's
You think they go to different places?
on the other side?
A highly irradiated alien planet.
We need to find another one of these. I have a list of where all the ones I saw are, and throw a note through.
Mm-hmm.
So, point of clarification, the radiation seemed to come from the portal, not necessarily from the planet. The undersea scape that you were at.
Oh, I don't
Jason.
know that I separated those things.
Okay. Well, your vision
Yeah.
didn't get worse when you were already through the portal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would actually be a pretty big giveaway then. Okay, so yeah, retcon that part. I'll just say it's an alien planet through. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the next closest one was that one that cut through the lamppost.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's double back and see.
Yeah.
Dave, just looking around, do we see any little blue dots
No.
around the?
Mm-mm.
And there's nothing, no remnant of it. It's not like
No. I mean, like, there's probably like a couple of leaves on the tree that are mysteriously cut perfectly straight, where it was close to the tree. But no, other than that, there's no evidence it was ever there.
Well, if the transmission isn't any evidence, then they must have some equipment with them, because they mentioned being able to control some of the portals.
Yeah, there was a high frequency transmission.
Yeah.
You need a machine to do that.
Yes. So we need to communicate and get more information. Maybe if we can help them control the portals from this side, we can get them back.
I don't understand why the loop facility isn't helping with this.
I don't either. But I think we need to get more information from whoever's on the other side.
Yeah, you're right. Do we throw a walkie-talkie through next time?
A good idea.
And standing there, it starts like you all hear that hum noise. And it starts off as like a little tiny bright, like somebody shining a pen light in your eye, bright blue dot. And then it starts to spin up almost like iris open, bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where it's probably 8 foot across, like basically the size of the one that you went through in the loop. Jason, right? Like
Okay.
a big one kind of appears. And this time it's like the edge of it is cutting into the neighbor's house.
Oh, whoops.
Like the
Oopsie.
siding on their house is melted off like in an arc.
Yeah.
And you, since you'd been listening for it, you get not the sound of air, but like you get a different, like a grating sound, right? And through the bottom edge of it, you see like 15 or 20 like legs pop out and stab into the dirt.
Like blue legs?
Yes. And they start to, like, you see the color draining back up them as they step through. And within, 2 seconds, you are now facing a carpet of crabs that are emerging from this hole.
I'm going to dash and boost Maddie onto the roof of the house.
They're 2-story houses there, bud.
Oh, whoopsie. Okay.
I mean, you can make a roll and try.
No, I'm going to tell her, go get on top of the Jeep.
Okay. Like, she's like, and she's like, those are the things. And,
Go. I know.
Like, she drops the cassette and just takes off.
And then I grab the croquet mallet on the run and just polo swing.
Okay. Do a body force.
Yeah.
As they seem to be orienting.
Please roll well. That's one success.
Okay. So like you like run up and you do a sweep, and you hit probably the first, like the first rank of them, like 5 or 6 of them, and you manage to like the first one, like you actually like break part of its carapace, and then like your follow through swing kind of scoops up the rest on the crook of the croquet mallet, and you fling them into the side of the neighbor's house.
Oh, okay. I was trying to hit him back in the portal, but
okay. Well, no. All right, we can retcon that. Like, yeah,
Okay.
you whack probably less back into the portal because your
Yeah.
swing is oriented differently.
hey, if they could just hit the edge of the portal, I win. So
Yeah, that's true. But so yeah, you probably get 3 or 4 of them
Okay.
either through the portal. The first one will still say like the arc of your swing, like it crunches pretty well.
Yeah.
But the others you kind of fling, 2 or 3 more get flung back through the portal. But there's several more that are coming out.
So in that swing and running up, he's you give me back my parents, you monsters.
Oh,
Oh,
so we can see these crabs pouring out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there like a banister on the back porch that I can hop up onto and then like basically like yell at everybody to move and pull out my firearm?
Yeah.
I want to shoot a few of them, but I also want to be up on higher ground in case they start moving real fast.
Okay. They don't really have firearm rules in the game, so I will
Sure.
give you either body force or body move, whichever one's better.
Body move is better for me.
Okay. So you take the few steps up to the back porch and kind of hop on the railing
Yeah.
and pull out your service weapon and begin to fire.
And I would like to take a condition and re-roll that because that was garbage. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soon you will all have scars, except for Colin.
I will take upset in this moment.
It's completely logical.
Come on, dice. I got a success.
Okay. You tell me, how many shots did you fire at them?
Oh, I probably unloaded.
Okay.
Like, how many are there?
I think it's 9? 9 or 10?
Yeah, so I mean, whatever
Yeah.
is still moving, I'm aiming to take out as many of them as I can.
So you managed to plink away at like the rest of the first rank that didn't get flung back. And I'll say you probably kill 5 of them
Nice.
with your success. The rest of your bullets seem to, miss because they're spindly legs and they're moving weirdly and all that kind of thing. I will give everybody else an action to react before the crabs begin to feed.
Hey, Colin, does your mom do any gardening?
I guess.
So there might be like some fertilizer in your garage out here.
Yeah, in the shed. Yeah.
Cool. That's flammable. Let's get that.
All right. You do that. I'm gonna tell my mom and her friends to run away.
Right.
That's
What are
my.
the odds I'd find like a tiki torch in your garage as well?
I don't really get the sense that Colin and his mom are much for like the backyard luau
Hold
party.
on. You might have a citronella.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Maybe not. There's no citronella.
Okay,
That's all
okay.
right. We'll make do.
Colin, it's a free action for you to run in the house and begin like yelling at them, like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Get out of the house. Get away. Go.
That's totally fine. And like they look at you like, what? Have you lost your mind? What?
And I just my mom. You remember what attacked the house before? It's back now. Go.
Like as soon as you say that, your mom like she stands up and she's like, all right, we gotta get out of here. Like she becomes very forceful and like seems like she's like, get out the front door. Like she's immediately on board with like, we gotta get out of here.
Yep.
Kind of situation. And so they start getting up from the table and dropping napkins on the floor and moving towards the front.
Pushing and shoving them towards the door.
Rock on. Cassie, why don't we make a tech tinker roll?
Sweet. To MacGyver some explosives. This fertilizer. Tech tinker. Okay. Dice could go there. It is. All right, that is going to be 1 success.
Okay. So with 1 success, it's gonna take you a little time.
Okay.
Because one of the things is you get it done quickly if you get bonus successes.
Yeah.
But you begin to pack some fertilizer into. You find like a seal container, like like a storage tub kind of thing that has a lid on it, right? So you pack it with the fertilizer and you press it down and you start running like a fuse out. Now, is your plan to use this like a bomb or to use it more like napalm?
Napalm.
Okay. All right. So you get it to the point where it's going to be ready next time around.
Okay.
Okay. That's everybody that's here. Let's see. I'm trying to think where we left Nick. I think the last we saw
riding around with Midge.
No, I think the last we saw Danny was with his sister. Like they went to lunch.
Yeah.
At the diner.
Yeah, we were at the diner.
Okay. Completely honest question here. Did anybody page Danny?
I don't have a phone.
Okay.
We got the call from Maddie, right? She called while I was loading up the Jeep.
Yes.
I know I didn't go back in after the call. I just kind of panicked and ran.
Okay.
No, I think that's perfectly reasonable that nobody called.
Okay. I wanted to double check. That's fine. I will say, Danny, like you're driving home from lunch with your sister, and you notice several of these blue disc things appearing around in the, like one's up above a building as you're driving down the street, and another one's like cut into the side of a mailbox, and another one is like right in front of the stoplight. So like people are coming up and they're like, "What is that?" and not slowing down. Like there's almost a car accident.
Okay, so other people are definitely seeing this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like everybody around town has noticed that these things are around.
Jason Jason and Midge and Mac, did you guys describe what the portal looked like? Would I have any reason to believe that this is related to that?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we would have mentioned, blue glowing circle in space and dark middle. And yeah, I think we would have been fairly descriptive about that because it was like a whole story, like this,
right?
Like some big shit going down. So I think we would have been pretty detailed.
Okay. So I would say after about the third one, I pull over and walk up to it. So which one is that?
Well, let's say that's the mailbox one.
Okay.
Because that's the first one you've encountered that's actually at like human height. So
right.
You pull over and
is anyone?
No, there's nobody else around this one.
Okay.
And your sister's like, "What the hell is that?"
I think it's a problem. Meta question, because we never really talked about this very much.
Mm-hmm.
How weird does Lisa know that this place is? Do I have to do everything's fine, never mind, I thought I saw something?
Well, I mean, like, it's not really your job to have to cover it up.
Right.
Like, So you don't have to be like, well, I'm on the inside of that knowledge circle, and I got to make sure everybody on the outside stays in the dark. Like, I mean, in no way do you feel like you or your friends are responsible for these portal things.
Right.
So, like, I don't feel like you'd have really a motivation to be like, whoa, I don't ever, oh, it must just be a swamp gas. Like, like, I don't feel like that's kind of the vibe. And, like, you know, she lived here same time as you did.
Right.
She was here when all those crazy choppers were flying around town, and like she's probably heard just as many weird rumors about velociraptors in the desert. And
well, I'm honestly assuming that she's some kind of super soldier or something from the first game, since she was running around with all of the outdoors people, and they all seemed to get something weird happen to them, and we never followed up on it. So
maybe.
Okay.
Or she caught the squatch.
Yeah, that's right. Or she caught the squatch.
Gross.
Okay, so
I don't want to ever hear that turn of phrase again.
I'm really proud of myself, by the way. I feel good about it and positive. Yeah.
No.
it sounds like a 90s commercial. You know, snap into a Slim Jim, catch the squatch.
Stop saying it.
The can
Thanks,
just
I hate
wham
it.
right into my hand.
No.
So much.
Is Snatch the Squatch better?
No.
No. Just
No.
stop while you're ahead.
Stop while you're behind.
No, it can always get worse. We're always ahead.
No, I like Catch the Squatch because it can have like a whole ad campaign about it. You know, like avoid the Noid, catch the Squatch.
No.
It's Mask, Mothers Against Squatch Catching.
Jesus.
God. It's worse.
See what you've done, Jason.
If you think I'm not proud of myself, you're grossly mistaken.
You should be.
Well, our show has a new catchphrase.
Vito? Can we go back to
man.
I'm Roberto, please?
I don't know. T-shirt time. Insert coin, Floodwater, catch the Squatch.
No.
Oh God.
I may have to make one of those.
Oh,
That will-
man.
Although if we're using it as a slogan for us, it should rhyme and we do watch the Squatch.
Yeah.
Watch the Squatch. Yeah, and one that says I'm Roberto. I think that's great.
Everybody else just says, watch the Squatch. And then Colin just says,
I'm Roberto.
I'm Roberto Squatches.
Okay, so back
All
to
right.
the portal in the mailbox.
yes.
Since that's all kind of settled, I will I'll pull over, and when Lisa says, "What's that?" I'll go, "I don't know, but I can't be good. You know how weird this place can be sometimes. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think that might be a portal to another planet."
She, like, as you're saying that, she just reaches down in the, you know, the term evades me right now, but like the space between like the sidewalk and the street, like the parking, right? Like, is that
Yeah, the
gutter?
the gutter.
not the gutter, but like, you know, like the sidewalk's usually set a little bit back from, like, if in a suburb area, there's usually like a strip of like landscaping between the sidewalk and the street.
Yeah, the verge. The what's it?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
okay.
Verge.
Cool. But like it's a desert town, so here it's mostly like gravel and stuff. And she picks up a handful of gravel and just wings it at the thing. And you notice that like all of the like the gravel that hits the thing, like it turns into like almost molten droplets and slides off the front.
So it doesn't go through. It basically liquefies and falls.
It's like it hit a superheated pan and melted and dripped down to the ground below it.
Wow. Jackson said it was hot, but I didn't expect that. There might be something that comes out of it. And I'm going to reach under the front seat where I keep a mag light, like a big, long mag light.
Okay.
And just hold it in one hand in case something comes through.
Wait, you weren't in your car. You were in your sister's car.
Oh.
I just remembered. Sorry.
Yeah, never mind. I guess I don't do that because I'm not driving. So I guess what I said was, hey, pull over a sec.
Yeah, rock on. I mean, very minor change to the scene.
Sure.
But you don't have a mag light.
Okay, fair enough.
But nothing seems to be coming out of it. Like, it just seems to kind of be there. And, like, you can see where the edge that's next to the mailbox has, like, heated up the metal of the mailbox.
Right.
So it's kind of, like, glowing hot.
If these are all over town, this could be a real problem. I'm going to look around for a phone. Is there a phone around?
There's totally a phone in your sister's car.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. Lisa, I gotta use your phone. Can I use your phone? I have to call someone.
She's like, yeah, it's fine. You got to hit the green button after you dial the number.
So I'll try and call Cassie.
Yeah. You call and it rings and
if I don't get an answer at her house, then I will page her.
So yeah, you don't get an answer at the lab or her apartment. You can totally send a page. What would you like to send?
I guess this number and with this number, the car phone number and yeah, I don't know. I guess just the car phone number.
Okay.
I can't think of what like, I don't think we've had pagers and been close friends long enough to have like numeric codes or anything that we can do, to like know, oh, it's 83, that means it's Danny or whatever. So probably just this number. Oh, I am getting a suggestion here. Not 911 for emergency.
Yes, good.
In case Cassie doesn't know about this somehow.
The phone number plus 911. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be funny to just receive a page that just says 911. Like, who's in trouble, Lassie?
Yeah, am I supposed to call 911? What's happening?
Honestly, back in the days of pager, if someone just paged me 911 and no other information, I probably would just dial it. Because that's like it's like the you're walking down the street and the phone booth rings,
Yeah.
That's the start of a story.
Okay. So Cassie, while you're tamping down this fertilizer into a thing, and your pager goes off, and it's some phone number with a 213 area code, and I don't know if you know where that's
come on,
from.
let's be honest. 310. It would be 310.
You think? I thought 213 was Hollywood.
No, I thought 213 was Sherman Oaks. That's south end of the valley. 310 is over the hill.
I thought 310 was like Santa Monica.
310 is more posh, so it just depends on which one you mean.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we've painted that she's fairly successful, so I think it's gotta be 310.
I'm 310 then. That's fine. Rock on. I was trying to filter it through the 1995 lens in my head.
Right.
Of like where were those borders?
Yeah.
Also, I apologize to everyone watching and listening about this. We are very concerned about our area codes in Southern California.
Next thing you know, we're talking about which freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she is probably like sees it, goes, okay, well, that emergency is going to have to take precedence after a crab bomb emergency. So as soon as I finish making this crab bomb, I'm going to call this number.
Sure. That's cool. Is there any? Do you want to stay by that one, Danny, or do you want to like get back in the car and keep heading home?
Yeah, I think just that for now. But when I get home, it's going to be paging everyone to see if someone's answering, calling and paging everyone to see if everyone's answering. I mean, it's only a few minutes home, so.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, now let's do the crab's turn. Because if I feel like I let you guys sit long enough that you forgot that you were in mortal danger.
They don't have to take a turn. It's fine.
Well,
Yeah, it's okay if they don't.
They could just hang out.
So, Crash, you are closest to the crabs.
Yeah, I'm
because you
cranking.
made a frontal assault.
Crab
upon
tagging. I'm cranking.
Yes. Just like Jason Statham in the movie of the same name.
Precisely. Just what a masterpiece. Yeah. I mean, really, a height of cinema.
I 100% agree. But let's do.
Come at me, bro.
So like the second rank of them, they do that rear back, like the angry spiders from Arachnophobia, right? Like kind of move, and like their front legs are the ones with those sharp blades on them. And they
have fun drinking my blood.
They are going to attack you.
Okay.
So you get to react to that. Like I don't roll an attack.
Oh, I see.
You're in trouble, and you are about to be attacked by spider crabs. How do you want to deal with that?
Swing a mallet.
Okay. So body force.
Yeah. I got one, but I kind of feel like I want to push it.
Okay.
If I push, I keep the one, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think marking scared makes sense.
Sure.
In this situation. So now I'll go back and roll. I got two more.
Ooh.
Okay.
So yeah.
Give me 1 second for dramatic effect.
Yep.
Okay. So you swing and like you sweep the first couple that you manage to just and knock the ones that are rearing back away from you with your extra 2 successes, because you got 3 total, right? Okay. So with your extra 2 successes, you get to Give a success to somebody else to face this danger. Impress, frighten, or humiliate someone. It could be like you could choose impress to impress your friends. You could choose frighten to scare these crab creatures,
Yeah.
etc. You can pin an opponent. So like you could like hold one on against the ground with your mallet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could take something from your opponent. I don't know what other than body
Their
parts.
dignity.
Yes. You can knock one unconscious, or you don't need to overcome the same trouble again.
Ooh.
Oh.
Which means that like you kind of have managed to analyze how these things move, and you're able to stay in close contact with them without being.
Then I get 2 of these.
You get to pick 2 of those choices. Yeah.
Okay.
You've learned the secrets of Whack-A-Crab.
Yeah, so definitely that last one is I've learned the crab foo.
Now that doesn't mean that like there's no chance that they'll hurt you. It just means that like in general you're gonna get bonuses if it's a real bad danger. Like if you get totally surrounded, you'll still have to roll to deal with it, but you'll get like a +1 or something.
Okay. And I think I want to frighten them. I don't know what that means, but that's the effect that I want. I'll let you narrate whatever it is that means. But I am like, you give me back my bear. What? I'm just like, just.
I have a whole tub of melted butter, you sons of bitches.
Oh God!
It's
Leonard Part 6.
Yeah, like it's.
Okay. If I may, can I propose something?
Mm-hmm.
You think about it for a minute while like you're taking that first swing, and you play around with your audio settings, and you manage to blast out sound from your mouth.
Ah, yeah.
That's like in the weird subharmonics that bother these things.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
So, like, you become an ultrasonic pest prevention device.
So I just scream in ultrasonic.
Yeah. So, like, you kind of open your mouth and, like, this, like, the THX noise rolls out of your mouth.
Yeah.
and, like, all of them, like, you can see them and, like, they all kind of hunker down and, like, skitter back away from you.
I don't know if I've said this before, but that THX noise gave me nightmares as a kid. Just the sound. I don't know why, but like...
It's pretty terrifying and ominous and very loud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was super creepy.
Something about it, just like, whoa. But I love it right now. This is great.
I always loved the sound up until at one point when I was in high school, I managed to fracture my hip.
Oh.
Like an old person. As a high school kid, which wasn't great for dealing with other high school kids.
No.
But the day after it happened, my dad, being super kind, he got me all set up on the couch, and he had to run to work for a couple hours, and then he was going to come home. But he's basically like, you can't walk, so just chill out here. Here's all the stuff around you might want. Do you want me to put a movie on before I go? And in my eminent wisdom, I said, sure, Dad, put on that Laserdisc copy of Empire Strikes Back that we have. And he put it on, and Laserdiscs, for anybody out there that never had them, the movie would come on several discs, and you would have to stop and flip them.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Or,
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I watched the first 23 minutes of The Empire Strikes Back over and over and over again, just in repeat, and it always started with the THX noise. So even when I'd start to drift off, it would come back with boom, and I'd be like, "What? Oh, why?" And I couldn't
that's like
stop
some
it.
Torture arrangement.
Yeah,
like...
it was, and all of my own making. Like, yeah,
wow,
it was not ideal.
Yeah, that's rough.
But we're back. So you have managed to blast these things away from you and cause them to likely not want to spend time in your presence.
Okay.
Cool.
You know, I'm sorry, but just for science, I have a Laserdisc player and I have Empire, and now I want to recreate the Dave experience just so that I can see, like, oh, okay.
Sure. I still have it over in the corner of my living room. If you need to borrow it, please, I will happily.
No,
let you.
it's one of the 4 Laserdiscs I own.
Yeah. It's also the last best copy of the unedited Star Wars.
Yep, that too.
Oh, I had one more question about the scene. Does
Yeah.
this horrible noise, is there like a human audible component?
I feel like there is.
Yeah, okay. It's
Because like
some
you
sort
didn't
of
have time to like,
modulating.
yeah, you didn't have time to refine it to like exactly what might bother these things. So you kind of blast out
Yeah.
all over the
Broad
place.
spectrum. Yeah.
So like everybody there hears you open your mouth and make this completely inhuman noise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
just
the
thinking of the
Banshee
movie
now.
World's End
Oh yeah.
with the blanks.
Oh yeah, huh? I need to watch that again.
It's so good.
Yeah, that movie messed me up. I don't have a clear memory of it.
No, I've only seen it once, and I like. There's like a blank spot in my brain where I try to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Same.
at some point when we can all meet up again, we'll just go and drink a bunch, and then we'll have to drink at all of the pubs with them in the movie.
I wonder
Yes,
if
I want
I'm
to go
so
to
in.
there.
I wonder if it's in Watch Party.
Oh, that would be fun.
Ooh.
I don't
But
think
anyway,
so,
that
but
never
that'd
mind
be
me.
bad.
I'm just
I know.
Anyway, so that was Crash's move. Who is the next closest to this? Probably Midge.
Probably me, yeah.
Yeah. So, you see them like scatter around where Crash is when he lets out this bellow of weirdness. And several of them at the fringes begin to like move away, like they're kind of trying to scatter.
Sure.
A couple of them are coming your direction. They don't look like they're actively coming at you. It more like they're moving away from him. But who knows what's going to happen when they get a little closer. But you're going to get a chance to react without mortal danger.
Okay. I don't think that she's got more ammo on her.
Okay,
So I think I'm going to make a break for the car, for the cruiser.
sure. All right. Why don't you
and
do
radio as I run.
okay. A body move,
Okay.
and the radio part will be free.
So I got 1 success.
Okay. One success manages to make it so you don't accidentally trip over the rest of the garden hose or something. And have grievous wounds inflicted upon you from the spider crabs. What do you want to say on the radio?
I need backup, and I'm gonna give them Colin's address and just, immediate threat to civilians. Please respond.
Sure. Okay. On the other end of the radio, it's Marge. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I'm sending everybody I can. And then you hear, like, echoed back on the, like, all police radio, like, officer. And I don't know what the actual terminology is for police radio use, but,
Sure.
officer in distress, threat to civilian folks, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And do you specify at all what kind of threat? Or
I think I'm out of breath. I don't know if I get that in.
okay, totally fair.
She might ask me on the radio.
Yeah,
though.
she probably, like, after she sends out the call for help, she'll probably, like, downshift onto just your frequency to talk to just you.
Yeah.
And be like, what's going on? Like, that kind
The
of
crabs are back.
thing. Oh,
The ones we were investigating before.
okay.
We've got
Well-
them spilling out everywhere here.
I'll get everybody I can. Send them that way.
Yeah. Make sure that everybody's armed.
Sure. And almost immediately, you get a reply on the all radio channel from old Chief Brody. And essentially he goes like full what's his name? Now I'm angry at myself. Hold on. Slim Pickens. Right? Like he goes full Slim Pickens, like, we're coming! Like, hooey! Like, and like in the back, like even over the radio in the background, you hear like the rev of an engine and like tires peeling out and all that. And he's like on the radio, he's like, we're not far away. We're only a couple of blocks. We'll be there as quick as we can. Yeah. So it sounds like he's going to be the first to reply.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's cool with you. Let's go to Colin.
Mm-hmm.
You've got them all out the front door.
Yep.
And are you following them out the front door?
No, I'm getting them out the front door and then heading to the back to see what's happening to my friends.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
So once I see them out the front door and stumbling into their cars, God, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I have at hand. I guess I grab a baseball bat.
Sure. It's your house.
Yeah, I have a baseball bat, so I'll grab a baseball bat and make my way back out to the porch to see what's going on.
Sports equipment is heartily crash approved.
You get back out on the back porch, like just as you see Midge like calling for police help as she runs around the corner of the house towards the front. You see Crash, and he's standing there like in the full like "come at me, bro" stance. And he's probably still got his mouth open, like having emitted this noise. And there's like a void around him of these crabs. There are a couple coming towards the back steps. Did you want to attack them, or do you want to wait here for them to make a move?
I should attack them. They're near the back steps. Like, yeah.
Okay. So that's a body force.
That's gonna go real well.
Not that you weren't already successful, Jason, but I probably should have given you extra dice for having that croquet mallet earlier, and I forgot.
So,
Okay. I think I accidentally rolled an extra die when I re-rolled anyway, so it evens out.
Yay. But you can get +2 to your roll for body force.
Body
Colin.
force plus 2 dice?
Yeah, for having a baseball bat. Because tools give you bonus die that I wasn't adding in. I didn't give Midge any extra for her gun either.
And that is a whopping 0 successes.
Okay.
Whopping.
So
0.
you take the first couple of steps down the back steps, and you like line up a swing, and you swing, and like swinging at something that's only a couple of feet off the ground is difficult.
Don't
right?
forget you can push if you want.
Well,
Exactly. So like
I should push.
if you don't push, chances are you might be attacked by a crab thing.
I am gonna push and be scared.
Okay.
And what does that mean? How many can I reroll?
You can reroll anything that wasn't a success.
So I'm gonna reroll all of them,
There you go.
and now I get 2 successes.
All right.
Woo.
So, your first success, you managed to just like overhead clobber the first one that's coming at you, right?
Yeah.
Like you crunch right through its central body, right? Like its face is now under the tip of the bat, between the bat and the ground. And with your second success, you can choose one of the following. Give somebody else a success to deal with these crabs. Impress, frighten, or humiliate. Pin your opponent. Take something from your opponent. Your opponent is knocked unconscious, or you don't need to roll to overcome the same trouble again. So
I'll give a success to who else is still sort of in action here.
Cassie and the fertilizer bomb is what's up
Cassie.
next.
I'll give a success to Cassie and the fertilizer bomb.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So back steps are clear. Crash is currently clear. Midge is around the corner. Rest of the mom and the church crew are out the front door. Nick is driving home. Danny is driving home, hopefully waiting for a call. Cassie, you have completed assembling your rudimentary fertilizer napalm bomb. What's your intent?
I wish to blow up the crabs, please.
Okay. So, are you planning to, like, huck this box at them?
I think so, yeah. Because
Okay.
we discussed it has a fuse, so I think it's probably going to, like, step on one end of the fuse so it stays here, and then the rest unravels as it goes through the air.
Okay.
And then I can just, like, overhand throw it. 'Cause she's not a sports person, obviously. Just gonna... Oh, no, actually, she might do the underhand swing, duck pin bowling style, toss it towards them.
So, you can choose body force or body move to make your pitch.
We're gonna go with body move, and I get one success from Colin, yeah?
You get one extra die.
Oh, I get one extra die, okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, let's say it's an extra die. It's one success if it's, like, a directly related action. Like, if you were trying to grab the one that he was hitting with a baseball bat or something, that would be a success. But, like, you get an extra die here.
We're gonna push
Okay.
and use different dice.
You tell them what they did wrong.
You didn't do it this time. You're supposed to do the thing. Hooray! I got one success.
Okay. So one success means that you have managed to pitch this napalm fertilizer across, and it's basically landed in the space between Crash and the portal. Right?
Okay.
He's clear of the immediate radius of the thing. Yeah. Is it a thing where you're pitching the thing and then you're planning to light the fuse and let it go off next time around, or is it like an immediate explosion thing?
Well, I think if it's got the fuse, then we have to light it and let it get over there.
Okay. So you've landed it in a good spot, and now you've lit the fuse.
Cool.
And it's doing the, like, stereotypical, like, pirate movie line of gunpowder.
Can I yell to get Crash's attention and just point at it and yell bomb?
Yes, you totally, that's a free action to be like, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's totally
Big
fine.
bada boom.
All right. So that's everybody. Danny, you've gotten back to your house.
Okay.
You said you wanted to start paging everybody?
Yeah, I think that call everybody's number.
I will say, like, before you get all the way to your house, you notice that all the little portals that you were seeing various places, they all winked out.
Okay. How many did I see in total?
Like 3 or 4 on the rest
Okay.
of your drive home, like in various spots. Like I said, like some were up in the, like, by a tree or in front of a stoplight, or
Sure. And so I probably missed some, but just enough that they're popping up all over town, and that's a problem.
Yes.
So my plan is to call everybody and see if I can get a hold of everyone. Since no one's at their house, I assume that means no. And then I will...
Well, you call Colin's house, and the phone rings there.
Right. Well, I'm sure everyone's phone rings.
Well, sure. But, like, there's a chance that Colin's house somebody might pick up, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So, like, I'll pitch that out to Colin and the crew.
When does my phone start ringing?
Well, I don't think the timeline matches up because I called Cassie from the car and then I drove the rest of the way home. And at that time that I called Cassie from the car, everyone was
in the middle of
fleeing the house and doing the whole thing. So I don't think I catch him there.
We'll say, we'll say that you get to calling Colin's house next round.
Okay.
Because it's fine. Like it's not like you were super far from your house,
right?
Or anything, and you didn't dawdle after that first stop. So
no, I just don't want it to be like, and I was there.
Sure. Yeah. So, did you want to go right to pagers also?
What I want to do first is actually when Cassie doesn't pick up and I get her machine, there's a message I want to leave, and so then I'll probably go to pagers.
Okay. So go ahead and you can leave your message.
Hey, Cassie, Listen, I'm gonna say something here, and I don't want you to think that it's rude. I don't mean anything. Are you doing something with some portals or something all over town? Because there is like a ton of them around, and I can't think of anyone else who might be involved except for you. I'm really sorry. Please don't put me on your list if you are. I just need to know what's going on. Give me a call. Thanks. It's Danny.
Please don't put me on your list.
I love that Danny thinks Cassie has a murder list.
Hey, I saw that look when you went after the body.
Yeah.
I've seen Cassie at maximum scary, and frankly, it has
robot body
Danny.
stealer, Danny.
You know, I don't want her to. If she's gone full supervillain.
Perfect. I love it.
All right.
And then I'll start paging people.
Cool. So as this next round begins, everybody gets a circle of pages from Danny's house.
And they all have 911.
Yes.
We're busy here, Danny.
So let's move to Crash. Let's start there.
Okay.
A garden supply tub has landed next to you. There is a burning fuse leading towards it, and Cassie is screaming at you, "Get away from it! It's a bomb!"
How many crabs are in the yard?
There's probably 15 or 20 of them.
How many between me and the portal?
That's where the majority of them are.
I want to go through the portal.
Okay.
Disapprove.
I know. I do too.
So this is a body move.
My parents are over there. Okay. And -1 for condition, right?
Yeah, if you have conditions, each one is a -1.
Okay, so I'm down to 5 dice.
But you know what? Just roll it without a negative, because I'll give you the bonus for your bioanalysis of the crabs.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know their dance.
Yes.
3 successes to run across the yard.
Okay. All right. So, like, Cassie, you pitch this thing, and you see it land, and the fuse is burning, and you're like, "Crash, get out of there! It's a bomb!" And he just pivots on one foot and just runs in a way that looks like an anime character running across water, right? But like he is just dancing between these crabs. Like his leg is going down between crab legs and like stepping on one and pushing off and getting through this crowd of crabs. And he gets to the portal and just like leaps through it, arms wide, through the portal.
Well, not too wide.
Well, no. But I mean, like, it's a big enough
Yeah.
portal that, like, you know, like you could go full Vitruvian Man and still fit.
Oh,
through
yeah,
the
you said it
portal.
was like 8 feet across,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's
Yeah.
doing it. He's starting to believe.
Actually, I was saying crash.
Mm-hmm. This is for sure the playing football against Ming's guard.
Yeah,
moment.
as a like ducking and weaving, and
Yeah.
still got my croquet mallet.
Crash
Definitely
is
the last
alive.
portal is Cassie yelling, "Not that way!"
But yeah, you just whoop disappear through the portal.
Okay.
Um,
Are there any extra options with a body move?
Yes, I will give you because you got 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to pick 2. You give somebody a success if they were also trying to move, or plus 1 die towards a related kind of
Mhm.
action. You impress someone, or no one notices you. And in this
I
case,
wanna-
like, you can't avoid Cassie's notice because she's watching.
Yeah. No, that's right. I don't want to sneak away. But what I was thinking was maybe I could give a +1 because I'm getting the crabs to sort of like bunch up as they are deciding if they want to chase me or not, and
Sure. Okay.
you know, getting them to sort of come together. And I don't know what impressing the crabs would mean, but
Well, it might be towards one of your friends, or
Oh,
your
yeah.
group of friends.
yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I mostly just wanted the crabs to bunch up for the bomb.
Okay.
So
Well, the bomb will be +1 against them
okay.
because of you.
That
If you
was
want to
my-
pick that again, you can make it +2.
Oh yeah, let's double up on that. Let's get them all to
Okay.
follow me, you dumb crabs.
Sure. So, like, the ones that are right there, there's probably like 3 or 4 that are scattered around the rest of the yard still, but like the ones that were still right by the portal coming through, like, they all kind of are like rotating and trying to reach and stab, and like a couple of them are even hurting each other,
Yeah,
right?
good.
That kind of thing. And like, but they're all right there.
I as I jump through the portal, I just yell, "I'm in your bit," and then the sound cuts off as I go through.
Thanks. So yeah, you have made it through the portal.
Whoopsie.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll get back to you in a minute. Let's go to. Well, I don't know. Let me roll a die and see.
And for the record, Dave, I know what I've done, and don't feel like if you don't feel like you have to pull punches or anything.
No, you made a choice.
Yeah.
It was unexpected on my part, but we'll roll with it. I got an idea, so it's cool.
Yeah. The idea that they might be over there is it's too compelling. So
I dig it. I dig it completely. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go to Colin.
Okay.
So you have also seen Cassie pitch this thing from your shed at them and light a string on fire. You've seen Crash that like just wire food danced across crabs and jumped through the portal. You're hearing like, "Stay away from the thing, it's a bomb." That's coming from Cassie, and there's one more crab near you.
I still have the bat, so I'm gonna take a swing at the crab nearest me.
Okay.
And try,
So body force again.
so body force and does
Plus
my condition
2?
affect this? Because I'm scared.
So +2 for your bat, -1 for your scared.
+2 for the bat, -1 for the scared. So
+1.
+1. 5, 6. And again, no successes.
Okay. Do you want to push again?
I guess so. I guess I'll take 2 conditions and be upset.
Sure.
And throw that again. And this time 1 success.
Okay. So you manage to swing and basically like you break the legs down one side of this crab and kind of flip it over, so it's like trying to get up, but it's not really well articulated to do so since it doesn't have arms on both sides.
Cool.
It's not dead, but it's taken out of the fight, basically.
That's good. That's good.
And you're not hurt in any way.
And I am scared and upset, so I am running away.
Okay. So, like, you knock that one out and you start running back towards the house, or?
Yeah, running back towards the house.
Okay. So you can get back up onto the back porch.
All right.
Okay. Let's go to Midge next.
I want to do the whole movie thing where she, gets into the trunk of her car, comes back out, and like one hand cocks the shotgun.
Yeah.
And comes running back towards the back of the house.
For sure. Okay. So you get out there and like you even do the like stereotypical cop, like you just like whack the back of the cruiser and like the trunk pops open.
Yeah.
And like you grab your shotgun out of there and cock it and you turn and you start running back. You see there's like a couple of them that have followed in your direction.
Sure.
Down the side of the house. To your left, not in the back of the house, but like when you're running away from your cruiser again, you see Colin's mom and 3 people. They're all piling into like a Lincoln Town Car, right? Like mid-90s, 4-door, big. It's basically like the luxury civilian version of your cruiser, right?
Sure.
Because it's the same body as a Crown Victoria. But yeah, so they're like getting in that car and like you see the guy is like starting the car and like starting to back up before everybody's even in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But like they all managed to get in safely and they're like peeling out and getting out of there.
Right.
The last thing you see before you get within range of these crabs is at the end of the block, you see like a big old like early 80s like 2-door Bronco come around the corner, and behind it is a van that is painted exactly like the A-Team van, right?
Oh no.
Like it is a perfect like
Oh my god.
recreation replica of the A-Team van, and it like they come peeling around the corner and they're coming down the street.
Guessing that's my backup.
Oh boy.
But they're not quite here yet. And now you are facing down with 2 of these crab things and your shotgun.
I want to shoot them with my shotgun.
So you will get +2 to your either body force or body move, whichever's better for you.
All right.
For your shotgun against them.
All right, so that nets out to see. I have a condition, so down 1 die, and you said I get a
+2 for the shotgun.
2, so that gives me 2 more dice. I got 2 successes.
All right. So with your first success, you will just aim and like blow away the first crab, right?
Sure.
Your second success, do you want to like cock and fire at the second one, or do you want the first shot to have taken out both from the spread?
I mean, it'd be nice if they were both taken out with one.
Okay.
But
You got it. So, and you got 2 successes or 3 successes? Sorry.
2.
Okay. So you take out both. With your second success, you can pick to impress somebody, or you don't really need to roll to overcome this trouble again. Which means, like, as long as the ammo holds out in your shotgun, you're pretty confident that you can take out these crabs.
Oh yeah, I want to be a badass with a shotgun.
Okay. So, yeah. So your first success, you take out these 2. You know, I think there's 8 more shells in the shotgun before you have to reload. So, like, until you've used those up, no crab is a threat to you, essentially.
I ain't afraid of no crab.
For sure.
All right. No crab.
Now it's your turn, Cassie.
Yay! Now it's the bomb's turn.
Yes. So let's roll and see how well this bomb happens.
Awesome.
Cassie set us up the bomb.
So let's do another tech tinker.
Okay.
And this is just going to be like how explosive, like how damaging this bomb is.
I get some bonuses from Crash.
Yes, you get 2 extra dice.
Okay, 2 extra dice?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I rounded them up.
Oof. Got 1 success for all of those dice.
Oh no.
Now you can push and try and make it better because you get to keep your success and just reroll the ones that didn't work.
I think it makes sense for her to get another condition because Crash just went through the portal.
For sure.
Which is pretty scary. So we're going to keep that 1 success and reroll the rest of them. Are you serious, dice? I'm going to melt you for scrap. I got
Oh no.
no successes.
Robot Body Stealer, Danny, pile of dice.
Especially these 4 ones. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Okay. So you got just 1 success then.
I got 1 success. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Need a dice jam.
Okay. So your tub, like the fuse gets up to the tub and like it holds there for a minute, right? Like long enough for you to go, oh shit. Like, is this really like, oh damn, what did I do wrong? Like I didn't assemble it right, or like it's a dud, or you know, like all those thoughts race through your head for a second. And then it goes whoomp and like creates a 2-foot divot in the lawn and blows crabs up into the sky, and crab parts and bright blue blood is spattered all over the lawn and the neighbor's side of the house and all of that. Like it's a scene of crab bedlam. But several of the crabs like have turned and like gone back through the portal.
Okay.
Right? You didn't get all of them. But you got all the ones that were a threat to the house and the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Ragnarok?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Delicious.
The seafood buffet at the end
The
of
most
the world.
delicious apocalypse.
Yeah. Heroes, gather your drawn butter. We go to war.
Just wielding giant crab mallets.
Yes. Oh, it's just this legion of fat guys with plastic bibs on, like marching out of the afterlife to fight.
It is my time.
Perfect.
Now I want that to be like an indie video game, right? Like where the hero is just a dude that has gone to a crab boil. Like, all right. So that takes care of the ones in the yard. That's everybody on our side of the portal. We should go to Crash. You like were running, so as you move through the portal, at this point you're probably down to like 60% vision.
Oh, that's very bad.
Right? Like it's gotten progressively worse, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're looking out through the windshield of a car in a snowstorm without your windshield wipers on.
Yep.
At this point, like it's very difficult to see, but you're able to get by, right?
Okay.
You fly through the portal and essentially you land on like what looks like a beach.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. It's like very, very dark, sort of loamy soil. And the water is kind of crashing up against your legs.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of you is this kind of beachy area, and like you see a bunch of what look kind of like nests. Right?
Like crab nests?
Yeah, I mean, that's a safe assumption.
Okay.
And there's probably a couple of like juvenile crabs, but they're very small.
Okay, but there isn't like an army of crabs waiting here for me?
No, there's not.
Okay.
There are several that have now come back through the portal behind you.
Yeah.
But in front of you, there's probably none. Like,
is there any kind of like equipment or anything that looks like it would cause this portal to open from this side?
No. Like you are on a beach. Like it looks like a beach. In the distance, however, you see some light that does not look natural.
Okay.
Like up on the bluffs above the beach, kind of.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So like think like Southern California style beach.
Sure.
Where like it's beach and then there's sort of like a 100-foot rise.
Yeah, like just a straight up cliff.
Kind of thing. There's probably ways that you could make it up there, but like it's not like eastern beaches that are just flat forever. Like you just have a gradual slope away from the ocean.
Okay.
But up on top of the bluff in the distance, you see some light. And it's dark outside, and like it's a starry sky.
Okay. Okay. And how far away is is it like a 5-minute run? Is it miles?
No, yeah, I mean, like, if it wasn't for the fact that there's a cliff between you, it would probably be a 5-minute run.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, it'll probably take you a little bit more because of the fact that you'd have to scale a cliff to get up there. But distance-wise, it's not crazy far. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if it's that close, then I'm gonna start running and look for a place to, as I'm going, try to scan for a place to climb up.
Okay. Why don't you do mind?
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm like this.
No, it's great.
So a mind investigate roll to find a spot to get up the cliff.
Okay.
And while you're rolling, AFK a second.
Jason, I think this makes perfect sense for Crash. I mean, you're
Definitely.
investigating,
Yeah.
what happened with your parents. This is a huge clue. When
Yeah.
no one blames you.
If this thing had been further away, I think he probably would have turned to go back through and tell everyone what he saw. But like, since it's right there, then yeah.
And get Cassie to fix his eyes at that point.
We'll
Yeah.
tell Dave when he gets back. I'm gonna mark X so I'm exhausted so I can re-roll this because that was no successes.
Okay.
And now I have one success, and I'll stay there because now I have 2 conditions. I really like this little 3D dice roller though.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Which one are you guys using?
Oh yeah, you weren't here when I dropped the link. Here's the link. Which you can either just use it independently, or you can like make a room and join a room together in the multiplayer version.
Okay.
And it rolls 3D dice across the screen, and it feels like there's a little bit of physics logic at least. So it's a little more satisfying than just a number generator.
Right.
Yeah, I used to have an app kind of like that on my phone where you could shake your phone and it would rattle the dice.
Yeah, that's much more satisfying than just having a bunch of numbers pop up. But
Oh yeah,
of course, animating a 3D engine is a little bit more work as well. So,
oh,
what are you gonna do?
learn to program 3D dice generators.
I mean, you probably could do something in Unity pretty quickly, but I haven't played around with that at all. Oh, right. Hey, chat, let me drop this dice roller in here. I have no idea if these guys are cool, if they're jerks or whatever. So this is not an endorsement. It's just a thing I found. So like 5 minutes before the show.
Nice.
But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I might actually email them later and just say like, hey, can we, like, because I could include this as a window in the D&D game and have like show the dice rolling and stuff, which is always kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. Since on 46 it just gave me 3 6s and a 1, I'm perfectly happy to roll the next time I'm going to roll.
Well, it's being nicer to you than it is to me. I got a good roll earlier when I needed it, so that was good. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's simple. It's not overwrought. You can just type whatever dice you want.
Yeah, that's nice. Does it do? I haven't played with it too much yet. Does it do additions? Can you do like
let's do that right now.
a D8 and a D6?
Oh, that I don't know.
All right, I'm back and ready.
Okay.
How was your roll?
Well, I had to push and rolled again, and I got 1. So
Okay.
that's
so
it.
You are able to find a way to clamber up the cliff.
Okay.
And then with your second success, I give you a +1 to body
I
move.
only had 1 success on my investigate.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. So investigate, when you succeed, you're usually given 2 questions.
Oh, right. Okay.
So your first question I will give you for free, like you find a way that you can make it up the hill. Your second one, I will give you a bonus die to make it up the hill.
Okay, that seems fair.
So like a body move roll.
Okay.
And then that'll get you up the cliff.
Okay, body move is 6 dice. +1 -2 is a total of -1. So I need to roll 5 dice. Which is a good amount of dice, but that's no successes. I think it's time to mark upset. Seems reasonable.
That also seems fair.
And no successes. Can I mark injured to push, or is that something
No.
you yeah, okay.
Well,
So
you can mark injured as a push, and then like in the course of your push, but you can't push twice on the same roll.
oh right, okay. Then, yeah.
The thing that you could do, because you're one of the people that has a scar, is if you want to, you can accept your scar. So it can be used after a failed or even a failed pushed roll. It's an automatic success or an extra success, but you
Okay.
have to come to terms with the scar.
Okay.
So like you check that one off. Right?
So I think this is the time when I realize that I may only be able to save my parents because they made me into a robot. You know, like I don't, you know, like the meat version of me couldn't do this. I don't know what I would be breathing. Like, you know, it's, I don't know what it's like. And so I think there's a moment where he's climbing up and like rips some of the skin off of his hands and has like robot hands, not on purpose, right? It just like comes off from trying to climb. And then sees it and is like has a moment of being horrified, and then just takes a deep breath and accepts it and claws into the cliff with his metal fingers to, you know, pull himself the rest of the way up.
Okay.
And
so,
he's accepted. So I don't know how to accept this because it's not like he's not defeated anymore by not being a person, is the language of the scar, right? Does that make sense?
Sure. But like, you're doing something that no human person could be doing right now.
Right.
Because of who you are, it makes you special in your own way.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Like, you kind of have to accept the fact that you're still a being. Like, even if you don't fit the definition of human life,
right,
you're making choices that make you alive.
Yeah, but I'm not human, and that's okay. And that's I think that's the gist of like just sort of really accepting that fact and moving forward. And more
totally dig
up.
that. That's rad. So you get to the top of this cliff, and like you didn't realize it when you started to climb, but most of this cliff seems like it's like a lot of it is made from the like that crushed shell stuff that like the Spaniards built forts in Florida with.
Oh yeah.
Right? So it's very gritty. Like that's what ended up you know, tearing your skin up as you climbed. But like in your desperation to get up this cliff, A, to get away from crabs, and B, to get to what you see ahead of you, that's kind of what tore you up. You get to the top, and in front of you is what looks like at least most of one of those old loop facility office buildings.
Oh. Are they like portables?
No, they were like buildings.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like towards one end, it looks like part of it is cut off.
Oh. Yeah.
But the building, the whole thing is there.
Okay. Is there anyone around? Does it look like people have been living here?
It doesn't look like people, like, it doesn't look like there's like a settlement or anything around it, but like the building has lights on. And like nobody's out front, like there's no like gardens or anything set up. Like it doesn't look like somebody decided to try and raise chickens or anything. Like none of that is happening.
Okay.
But like the building has lights on and it seems like it's closed up, like the door is intact and
Oh, okay. So the part that was sliced off, like there's still a wall.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Like you'd have to go all the way around the building to see the part that was sliced off.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
But
so yeah, I'm gonna go knock on the door, I guess. I don't know. That's a lot happening in one turn, but
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, like we'll stop your turn here at this point, but that's what you see in front of you. Let's go back to Colin's house. you guys are essentially out of combat at this point because you've neutralized the crabs that are there.
Is the portal still open?
In fact, that was the very next thing. Somebody, you guys decide who. Somebody that's still there at Colin's house, roll a d6 for me.
Not me. My dice are being dumb.
Well, you don't
Sure.
know high or low if
Why
it helps
not?
you, so maybe that'll
Oh, that's
confuse you
true.
guys.
Here, I'll roll one.
Okay.
A 1.
Oh. All right. So, the portal
No.
like
Shit.
sucks
No.
closed.
Oh shit.
Damn
Whoopsie.
it.
Son of a bitch.
And you are left standing there amidst a lawn with a large divot covered in bluish blood and crab chunkies. Yeah.
And the
Any-
smell of burnt fertilizer.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
Full-size crabs still around?
I think the only one that's still kind of moving is the one that you like broke half of its legs and flipped it over.
Okay, cool.
But it's still like moving a little bit, like it's alive. The rest seem dead in one way or the other. Like the ones that were caught in the big explosion, they're pretty much shredded, right? And then the ones that Midge blasted with a shotgun are pretty pellet ridden and dead. The first one that you crushed with the bat is dead. The second one you wounded grievously and flipped over, and it can't get over, but it's not dead.
But it's not dead yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there you all are standing there.
I think Cassie is just kind of shell shocked, like staring at where the portal used to be, like waiting for it to open back up. Hopefully.
I think Midge has jogged around to the back of the house by this point finally, and has been assessing the situation, and then sees everybody and just looks around, kind of taking a head count. Where's Crash?
He,
Went through the portal.
yeah.
He fucking what?
He jumped through the portal and then it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We gotta find another portal immediately.
Shit.
So, pulling up like into the side yard, like drove up the curb, is this Ford Bronco and this A-Team van that comes skidding to a halt, tearing up grass along the side of the house. And out of the Bronco steps old Sheriff Brody, right? Cowboy hat and all, like he is all the way in on the Western Town Sheriff, right? But like he's wearing like he's got on the shirt with like the bolo tie with like the big chunk of turquoise on it, right? And like he's got a big like dirty hairy revolver strapped to his thigh because it's Nevada and he can do that as a private citizen. And like he's getting out of the car and he's already got his hand on his gun and he's like, "We're here to help." And the A-Team van, the door slides open, and inside there's 3 guys. Well, there's one guy that gets out the front door, right? But then out of the back door stand 2 other guys, and they look like a couple of nerds. They're like, like 50 years old, real nerds. One dude has like the super thick glasses and like the full-on pocket protector. One guy, he's wearing like a suit.
Oh my god.
And one
We
dude
have like
is
the
just,
Unix guru in like Tivas and
and one
beard
dude,
and
yeah,
long
one
hair.
dude is wearing like a hoodie,
Yeah.
and yeah, like,
Wow.
and like they all get out, and like one dude is already holding a Geiger counter, another dude is holding some other device that you don't know what it is, but it looks kind of like the sniffer thing from Ghostbusters, right? And then the third guy is like almost immediately like scooping up hunks of like crab chunks and like dumping it in like a black plastic bag, like right away. And I think that's probably a good place to leave it for tonight.
It is not. That is incorrect.
Yeah. But because like I
don't
we
have
go
class
on for
until
another-
10:30 tomorrow.
if we go on for another 10 minutes,
No,
it's
10
not
hours.
going to be as cool or dramatic a point to stop.
All
So.
right.
Yeah. And come on, you have to give this to Dave. He has been waiting for this moment for like
Yes.
6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we'll stop for tonight. We should take a minute and do our questions, however.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't think we were in danger at all, so
No, scratch that one.
That one.
All right. So, number one, did you participate in this session?
yes.
Yeah.
Do I get 2/3 of a point?
You get a point. You made it.
Nope.
Did your problem or relationships get you in trouble?
Fucking yes.
Yes.
Yes. The object of her affection went through the portal.
I think it's no, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie was the problem.
I mean, you also went to your friend's house to fight alien space crabs.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's true.
But
But that seems like a normal day.
I don't think anybody actually got all the way to broken, right?
No.
No.
No, I'm not even injured.
Did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve a mystery?
Not
Check.
really.
I made a bomb.
And then number 5 is, did you learn something new?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Parents are alive.
I thought you said a lie at first.
Parents are a lie.
Like cake. Your
Well,
parents are made of cake.
Alive or alive. We're not sure which yet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Dave, we decided that if Crash has to go away, I'll just play Super Soldier Lisa, and that.
Well, I'm open to you playing another character next session while people try and figure out a way to save Crash.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean, I was being funny, but I that totally makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
you're not dead.
Yep. And I honestly, like, I think it would be more fun if, like, whatever Crash is up to is like off screen until we find a way to go get him.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Interesting.
open to discussing that. I don't know if I want to give up Lisa because I love annoying Nick.
Okay. I just don't know. I don't know if I'd really like be able to get in the headspace to play one of these nerds. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
You should be
I-
Brody.
I'm all three of
Oh
them.
my god.
So yes, for those of you out there listening, the 3 nerds are absolutely based on the Lone Gunman from X-Files
Perfect.
and their own show that was
Short-lived.
the weirdly prophetic show that came out
Oh.
with a conspiracy theory to use airliners to attack the U.S.
Oh,
in
God.
2001.
Hey.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So you
Yikes.
can tell why
Yikes.
that show didn't continue.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But yeah. Cool. So thank you out there in internet land for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks to continue and see what has become of Crash, the revealed to accept his robot fate person.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yeah, we should go around and talk about other things that are happening in everyone's lives that I know are so socialized and busy. So, start again to my left with Jay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay. You can find me on the internet at Jay Holtham and on your various social things. And I guess at this point, just here for Happy Jacks every other Monday. But who knows watch this space for future events.
Jason.
Oh, hi. I'm Jason. I'm also running a D&D game this coming Sunday. It's alternating Sundays. It's the week that we don't have this game. So I'm running a D&D game set in Eberron, and we're doing an experiment with the dice where we're using 2d10 instead of the die 20. And so that's kind of just a fun experiment. We've gotten through all of our character building and backstories and stuff, and we're really getting into the story now. So that's fun. I've guested on Saving Throw Show a few times, and I get to GM a game this Wednesday over at Saving Throw, so that should be fun. I did a short run recently for 12-Sided Stories, which is now onto their imminently incredible London. What's it called?
Otherworld London.
Otherworld London.
Which, just to interrupt for a second, I given that I've had time to start listening to more podcasts, I have caught up on the Otherworld London show, and I 1,000% am in love with Wes Otis's general.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the best
so
NPC ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, it kills me.
And props to Michelle for just sort of improving that.
Yeah, and it's so great.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows, and I got to run Demigods for them, and also I'm just a big fan of their shows in general. And I'm doing a bunch of stuff on my own channel now on Twitch at It's Probably Okay. That's also my Twitter, and you can check out some of I'm doing some video game stuff and a little bit of RPG stuff because I'm at home more, like all the time, and I wanted to do things like that. So be sure to check me out there. Thanks.
Dig it. Sam.
Hello, I'm Sam. You can find me on the internet at RedPandroid on most social medias. Here for this game, and then opposite Sundays to the D&D game, you can see Stu is GMing Vampire the Masquerade for us in the Glittering Night, and I play a super normal, very straight-laced Malkavian satanic nun. So if you want to see that, come and tune into our show.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, hey everyone. I can be found on the internets at Sungrowler, and I'm also here, obviously, for this show, but every Wednesday we're currently running a homebrewed D&D world called Dying Embers, and that is GM by Jameson McDonald, GM Mace, and join us. It is very heavily inspired, I would say, by the Star Wars universe, but it is not that universe. But still, we're having a good time, and we'd love to see you there.
It looks awesome. I caught the opening episode. I got to get caught up on that.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, Jason, I actually had a quick question. When someone has advantage in your 2d10 system, do they roll 4d10?
They
Or do
roll
they do
two pairs. They
Two
roll
pairs.
2 pairs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then see which pair is better.
Okay.
And then Mac.
Hey guys, I am Mac and will hopefully continue to be Mac. We'll see. I don't know. It's a very confusing time out there. You can find me on the internets as @StrangeLikeThat. You can follow me for tarot and art and all kinds of weird shit. You can also find me here every single Monday at Happy Jacks. Alternating Mondays, we just started The Great American Witch that Christopher Gray is running. So that is going to be, we just did character creation. So we're going to be kicking off the actual story next Monday. And as noted, 12-Sided Stories is a place that is awesome, and also where you can find me for Otherworld London, Unquiet Blood, and a bunch of other stuff that we've done over there. So check out that as well.
Dig it. Well, thank you, Internet. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.